What do you even do when you've died 20 times in a row and the assassin still keeps wrecking you? For Incred, the answer might actually be teaming up with the squad's sneakiest backstabber. Yeah, this loop's about to get messy. But to find out, we've got to rewind. Hit like if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe so you catch the next part. The story kicks off with pure chaos, pots and pans clanging like someone's auditioning for the world's worst marching band. Soldiers are scrambling, one guy's screaming about a bug in his boot, and in the middle of it all, there's Incred, our so-called hero. He's still in bed, half asleep, completely unbothered. Because clearly, when war calls, Incred hits snooze. Turns out, he's not here by choice. He got demoted into this squad after messing up big time. And now, unlucky as ever, he's tossed straight into battle. Arrows are flying, swords are clashing. Incred mutters that he's got no magic, no powers, just endless drills and rotten luck. Basically, the universe handed him the worst starter pack imaginable. He blocks one swing, kicks back, and before he can breathe, another soldier tackles him and starts beating the life out of him. Just when it looks over, someone slices the enemy's head clean off, saving Incred for now. But fate? Yeah, fate hates this guy, because a moment later, a blade goes right through his chest. He drops, blood pouring out, mind going dark. He thinks, this is it? This pathetic. And honestly, yeah, it kinda is. But then, he hears something. Pots. Pans. That same bug panic. Incred jolts awake. Back in camp. The same morning. The same chaos. Deja vu. Nope. Because he charges into battle again, only to get stabbed. This time, right through the throat. Second death. Then third. Then fourth. Same fight. Same soldier. Same ending. Incred wakes again, clutching his throat, realizing the terrifying truth. This isn't a dream. This isn't a nightmare. It's a loop. A bloody, endless, inescapable loop. And if death keeps pressing repeat, how long before Incred breaks? Incred charges at the same soldier again. He's seen this scene 17 times already. The blade cuts him down, and as he lies bleeding out, he regrets not polishing his sword skills harder. The soldier doesn't even bother finishing him, just walks away. Brutal, like forgetting your food in the microwave and pretending you didn't care anyway. A blue lantern swings in the dark. The boatman, the guy who ferries souls, shows up and asks if Incred really thinks this is the end. He tells him to give up, accept despair, and quit climbing that wall. But Incred's eyes say otherwise. This man is stubborn. Suddenly, pots and pans clatter. Incred wakes up again. His roommate, Rem, all tattoos and bad attitude, is shocked he's awake this early. Incred casually complains there's another bug in his boot. Rem dumps it out, crushes it, and even jokes that maybe Incred planted it himself. Roommate of the year. Turns out, Rem's already seen Incred's corpse 18 times. He's wondering just how many replays they're going to get stuck with. Incred starts thinking back to his childhood. He first picked up a sword under an old one-legged mercenary who told him he could become a knight. Those words lit a fire in him. But reality? A tavern full of people laughing at him, mocking that he wants to be a knight but is terrified of dogs. Mood. Still, he trains. Day after day, sweat and bruises stacking up. He starts earning respect, slaying monsters, building confidence, until a 12-year-old beats him in a duel. A kid who trained for 6 months. Incred? 10 years of sweat. Ouch. For a moment, he almost quits. But anger fuels him. He swings at trees, stars himself, sacrifices sleep, and vows to become strong, even if he never wears a knight's crest. 3 years later, he's in the Cyprus division, squad leader of, well, the B team. Not glamorous, but it's his. He's barking orders, trading sarcasm with his men, and asking Rem once again to teach him the heart of the beast. Rem reminds him he quit last time, but Incred's dead serious. The battle begins. The same one where he's already died 21 times. He calls out that this is round 21, and he knows what's coming. He dodges, he blocks, he even saves Vel from an arrow this time. Small victories, like remembering your password on the first try. Then comes the real test, the soldier who always kills him. Sword dripping with blood, walking toward him. Incred braces himself, remembering Rem's words. Don't flinch, don't blink, don't fear death. This time he doesn't. He finally dodges. For the first time, he sees the blade clearly. His heart pounds, he's doing it. But the enemy is still faster. The sword pierces his throat. Darkness closes in. The boatman appears again, telling him to rest, accept his weakness, and just get on the boat. But Incred refuses. He insists he won't quit. Not today. Not ever. And just like that, pots and pans. He wakes up again. Rem stares at him, surprised. This is Incred's 22nd life. And this time, he's ready to push back harder. But how many deaths will it take before he finally wins? We jump straight back into the chaos. Battlefield. Screams. Steel clashing. This is Incred's 33rd run, and the same soldier lunges at him. He ducks, sidesteps, tries to outpace the blade, but nope. Too slow. The sword slices across his throat again. He drops, blood pouring, his necklace slipping off. Worst accessory malfunction ever. While bleeding out, Incred's mind drifts back to his mercenary days. He once took a monster hunt not for gold, but to protect a struggling village. The elder had nothing but handed him a charm, swearing it would grant his true wish. Now Incred wonders, is this cursed loop all thanks to that so-called gift? Back in the cycle, the soldier raises his blade again, grinning like he's cutting birthday cake. Incred can't stand the smug look, but before the finishing blow lands, pots and pans. He's awake again. This time, he tells Rem he put the bug in his own boot. Rem stares, annoyed, convinced Incred has officially lost it. Roommate patience, 0. But Incred's got no time for sanity. He drags Rem outside and demands training in the heart of the beast. Rem swings his axe, and Incred actually dodges. No flinch, no hesitation. Rem freezes. That should be impossible. Overnight growth? He calls BS. Incred doesn't argue. He grabs practice weapons and asks for a spar. Rem smirks, ready to crush him. The duel begins, heavy swings, quick dodges. Incred keeps moving, frustrating Rem until he charges in with the one thing he knows, the Vin mercenary sword style. Most people call it a cheap trick, but for him, it's everything. He nearly trips, but steadies himself. Then he mirrors the deadly stab, the one that always kills him on the battlefield. It actually lands. Rem blocks, disarms him, but still admits it wasn't bad. He tells Incred to quit doubting, start thinking ahead. That's how a real fighter survives. Free therapy session included. Incred gets it. The only difference between him and that unbeatable soldier is confidence. His blade wavers because his heart does. Of course, reality doesn't care. Next battle? Dead again. And again. And again. Life 111. Life 123. Still stabbed in the throat. The grind is relentless. But something shifts. In one loop, Incred yells mid-spar, lunges with that same practice thrust, and actually pushes Rem back. Rem stares in disbelief. Incred's hand is bleeding, but he's grinning like a madman. For the first time, there's no fear, just pure thrill, because finally, he's mastered the stab. But will that one move be enough to... Incred's back on the battlefield, staring down the same soldier who's killed him more times than bad Wi-Fi drops. This time, he's confident. He charges, thrusts, and his blade actually scrapes the side of the soldier's helmet. Progress. Except nope. The soldier's sword still finds his throat. Not ideal. Incred collapses, still gripping his weapon like a stubborn gamer, refusing to log off. The soldier plants a boot on his chest, spouting that smug mercy line again. Incred, choking on blood, whispers he'll kill him tomorrow. The soldier laughs. The dead don't get tomorrows. Execution. Again. Customer service levels of rude. Cut back to camp. A bug tries escaping Ram's boot, but Incred stomps it flat. He claims he saw it crawl in. Ram thanks him, only for Incred to toss guard duty onto him like it's free delivery. Ram blinks. Since when does Incred give orders? Then comes Big Eyes, the new recruit. Incred demands armor, a shield, and a dagger, promising to pay later. Big Eyes agrees, mostly out of shock. Ram jokes Incred's never been this bossy. Jackson chimes in, complaining they always dump chores on him anyway. The whole squad piles in, confused, because Incred's way too serious today. Later, Incrid's in full grind mode, striking a tree again and again. He thinks about every death, every failure. What if even tens of thousands of tries can't break this wall? Would he ever escape? Would tomorrow finally come? Then he stops himself. No more doubt. No more whining. If this is his curse, he'll turn it into his blessing. He thrusts one last time and splits the tree clean in half. Take that, firewood. The horn of war blows. Incrid straps on full armor, leading his squad into battle. He's sharper than ever. A man lunges from behind, blocked, decapitated. Another tries his legs, blocked by the shin guard, skull crushed. An axe flies, dodged, returned right back. He's untouchable. Vel screams for help, but Incrid blocks the arrow again and clears the enemy off him. And then, the real showdown. His wall, the soldier, their blades clash. Incrid's shield shatters, tossed aside. He studies his opponent, fast, skilled, but green. Too easy to fluster. Perfect. Incrid headbutts him, kicks dust into his eyes, and dodges the signature thrust. Both men land, turn, and swing. This time, Incrid breaks his blade clean in half. Victory's in reach. An archer tries to ruin the moment, but an axe smashes the arrow mid-air. Ram's standing there, grinning, saying he'll handle the archer. Jackson mutters for him to save his energy. Squad goals. The soldier drops to his knees, stunned. Incrid raises his blade and says this is what mercy actually looks like, then decapitates him with a grin. The wall is broken. Finally. But before he can celebrate, bam, something slams into his back. Incrid stumbles, confused. Ram yells about a frog. Incrid turns. Yeah, it's a frog. With a ponytail. Because of course it is. And that's the new nightmare waiting for him. We pick up right where things left off. The frogman with the ponytail is standing over the soldier Incrid just killed. He's fuming. Says he spent ages training that guy. Only for someone like Incrid to beat him. From now on, that dead soldier, nicknamed Pervert, HR would not approve. Frogman tells Incrid to die swinging. But before the hit lands, an axe slams in. Ram's here, blocking the strike. The two clash hard. Ram's axe versus Frogman's blade. And sparks fly as they trade blow after blow. Meanwhile, another enemy soldier tries sneaking up on Incrid, but Jackson steps in and casually decapitates him like it's a chore he's done 100 times. The duel pauses. Ram tells Frogman if he wants the squad leader, he'll have to ask nicely first. Frogman just stares at him, unimpressed, and asks how someone as weak as Incrid could be a commander. Ram, of course, explains the science of frogs. Made for fighting, beatable only if you burn them or land a perfect one-hit kill. National Geographic, but violent. Frogman tilts his head, confused why someone this strong is stuck on a backwater battlefield. Not worth the effort. He straightens up and walks away. Ram calls him a coward. The squad doesn't waste time. Jackson scoops Incrid up and runs. Ram cuts down soldiers to clear the path. Another teammate blocks a chase. Then another wipes out a whole line of enemies. Everyone's pushing forward. Incrid's vision is fading. He hears someone yell retreat. Darkness swallows him again. And in the underworld, the boatman waits. He tells Incrid he survived one more day, but walls will keep coming until he breaks. Sooner or later, despair will win. But Incrid rises. He stares at the massive wall behind him and says walls aren't built to stop him. They're built to be broken. The boatman smiles for once, saying he'll be watching, waiting for the day Incrid's greedy eyes finally dim. Incrid wakes in the infirmary, bandaged. Ram sitting nearby, bragging he's saved him from the frog. Incrid blinks, asks if it really was a frog. He's honestly shocked he's alive. Ram grins, declaring they're best friends. Incrid shoots him down instantly, calling him a noble hunter. Ram panics, covers his mouth, hissing for him not to expose secrets like that. BFF drama. Then Big Eyes shows up. Turns out his name's Katie. He demands triple the money for the supplies. Incrid asks where he even was during battle. Katie just smiles and says he'll settle for double. Jackson walks in, tosses Incrid some medicine, and tells him to use it morning and evening. Incrid's stunned. Jackson never shares his stuff. In the corner, a tall monk named Auden is praying and crying. Incred groans, telling him to stop, because hello, he's still alive. That night, he notices everyone's taking shifts visiting him. It hits him. Are they actually worried about him? Then another squad mate, Ragna, steps in. He stares, asks why Incred's even here, and then immediately walks back out. Incred mutters that Ragna's so carefree. He probably forgets his own name sometimes. We all know a Ragna. Two more soldiers sit nearby. One's a platoon commander who loves fighting with Incred. The other, just a stranger staring blankly at nothing. And then, the tent flap opens. Footsteps. A tall elf woman with long hair steps in. She scans the room and asks, "Who is the 444 squad commander?" Incred just sits there completely lost. He leaves bloodied but unbroken. The one fighter who won't fall, won't feel pain. That kind of strength doesn't end fights, it creates obsessions. So, do like and subscribe, and don't miss the next part because this is only the beginning.